Hello, dear friends. Today there have been tumultuous events in the Sri Lankan capital, Colombo, where the presidential residence or the presidential palace came under attack. Not really attack, but it was mobbed. And we hear the president, basically Rajapakse, the former president, escaped. Now, to get an update on this extremely volatile situation, we are joined here by Muheed Jeeran, rights defender, strategist, and we can see background people moving back and forth. So, Muheed, can you tell us whether what happened today was expected at all in a situation which had become volatile because of the default by Sri Lankan government and the ensuing crisis of petrol and many other things?
Yes, Imtiaz, thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Uh, Actually, if you looking at the situation for the last 6 to 8 months, what was really happened to Sri Lanka is about there was the people are really facing a lot of hardship. As you know that it's globally known. The Sri Lanka is landed on the economic crisis, but this crisis, like whatever the global crisis is there, whatever it is based on the COVID, but the economic mismanagement of this current president, that has played a major blunder for us to land into this situation. So, if you see that on May 9th, the first, the struggle that begins, and today is the 92nd day. On the 92nd day, they have completed the struggle. But on the 9th of May, that means there was a huge violence, and a lot of pro-struggles people has been attacked by the pro-regime supporters. At that time, actually, the government was fall down, and also the president was in a position to leave the government, that means to resign. But very unfortunately, the former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who has played a very, a cunning political game where he tried to become a savior. In fact, I would say people were expected with the struggle for a messiah, but actually he became a messiah for the Rajapakse. So that place where we really, the struggle has been down, but that doesn't mean the struggle was totally went down. It was kept on heat. Slowly it was growing. And again, on the 9th of, that means on 9th of May, the first struggle, the Prime Minister Rajapakse and his cabinet was resigned. So that is the I would say the elder brother. Okay. Then on 9th of June, and there was a another a political sort of a heat up at that time, and the brother of Mahinda Rajapakse, which is Basil Rajapakse, is the finance minister. He resigned. So today, that's the 9th of July, and it was expected, as expected. The people wanted to go for it, for once and for all. As expected, the President Gotabaya Rajapakse has resigned.
Okay.
That is, he has been agreed to resign.
Yeah. So here I would like to ask whether you would interpret it as a public uprising, as a revolt, a cumulative effect of a political system which has been corrupt, inefficient, and very much dynastic and tailored to benefit only a few people. So finally, people have spoken out against that?
Yes, finally people have spoken out against that, because if you're looking at this struggle, what I saw today, it's all about the commitment of the people who really wanted the president to be kicked out. Reason what I'm saying to you is, if you're looking at Colombo is the capital, but in Sri Lanka, even today, I have been walked 4 kilometers to come to this place, because there is no transportation, there is no public transportation or any taxis, nothing. So the people are walking far away. People are walking like 10, 20, 15 kilometers, walked and came to this struggle. And there are people like who came like the government was trying to using certain tactics from yesterday night onwards. They put a illegal curfew, that the police has, IGP has imposed an illegal curfew, where this the principle of human rights, we don't agree on that. On that basis, what happened, the Human Rights Commission also given the order to the IGP to revoke the curfew. And thereafter, today morning, like, people have started to coming back to Colombo, and still there was no train. But anyhow, like, somehow they have struggled with the railway, I think the railway only, and they have somehow find their own transportation. Like, they hired the railway instead of going on a public transport. Like, it's like a chartered flight. They hired it and they came to Colombo. So if you see the commitment means, that is like, the public uprising, they have said enough is enough, because, nepotism, political dynasty, political, that means, corruptions, economic mismanagement, and this is the only president who has apologized the country by saying that, I made a mistake, my policies has been wrong, and sorry. So that is a wrong, there was no president in the world who accepted his policies been wrong, and that crashed the economy, and he was continued to be president. It was really bizarre.
Okay, so briefly, how do you now think will this pan out? What is the way out of this crisis? Where will it lead in the next few days?
This is a very, very good question. Now what happens is, like, the interpretation of the government, the regime's interpretation, as well as with the police and these, not the military, I would say, some of the elements, the interpretation, they said this struggle is going to be a violent one, but which has been ended very peacefully. They under siege it, and they told the president, leave it, it's enough. So that's a very good sign to say that is, I would say, even the Mahatma Gandhi would have not done like this. That much they are the peaceful, the protest, and they have followed the discipline. There was no any big damages, nothing. But so on the basis, what I can say is, now the ball has been passed to the lawmakers to make the decision. But that doesn't mean the struggle is end. What they really wanted is the youth, because in this struggle, the majority are youth. So youth's expectation is not about change of government, or it's not about change of political leaders, but it is part of the constitution. What they wanted is a change of system, because this system is corrupt. What they wanted is a system which is not allowing any politician to play with the system, like, and they become really corrupt because of the system.
Okay, thank you very much, Muheed. We really appreciate that you took time out, walked several kilometers to be here on this spot, and we only wish and hope that this uprising somehow takes Sri Lanka out of the crisis and also culminates in a change of system, the system that is dynastic, corrupt.
That is what
this is the problem of many developing countries. We wish you all the best, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You take care. Okay.
Okay.